Romshinators, thank you so much for joining me once again here on Romshii Radio. Today we are discussing the new film, The Age of Disclosure. Yes, it's finally here, guys. An incredible film which reveals to you everything the government knows about aliens. I swear to God, it's not just a film of a bunch of guys in suits walking around Washington, D.C., brooding in their little outfits, walking around saying that stuff is classified. That's not what this movie is. This movie will deliver the goods. It will show you real aliens. It will tell you exactly what they've done, what they're here to do, and why they have been shutting off nuclear weapons, why they have been floating through our star system, harassing us in our sleep. It's going to tell us everything. That's what I thought. That's what they advertised, and that's not what we got. That's always the thing with these alien movies, these alien discoveries, whether it's just a small one on YouTube, whether it's a congressional hearing, whether it's this big documentary, and it all boils down to a bunch of guys in suits sitting there saying, I can't really say because it's confidential. That's about it. It's classified. And they say a bunch of shit that... The main thing about this movie is they're talking about how they think that the flying saucers evade the laws of physics by having a protective force field around it. And then they go on and say we have to figure out what makes this force field so that China or Russia doesn't put a nuclear bomb in a force field and fly it over here in 1 second and nuke us all. That's what they're concerned about. So it boils down... This movie, to me, boils down to basically just weapons of mass destruction, fear-mongering, but this time we're worried that Russia or China is going to figure out how the UFOs work first so that they can send a nuclear weapon here that defies the laws of space and time and blow up America, so that, like always, it would be much better if America had the capability to put a nuke in a bubble and send it through the ocean to destroy one of those countries. That was the main concern at the end. That was what it all kind of boiled down to, was this fear that the force field used by the UFOs could somehow send a nuke flying across so that our systems couldn't see it. Now, there is some conspiracy theorists out there that believe nuclear weapons don't exist. But that's for another time. And I'm not one of those people. I'm not even a conspiracy theorist. I'm a Romshii Radio host. Yes, I have seen aliens. Yes, I am part alien. Yes, I can trace my starseed lineage back to the Arcturian Empire of the Milky Way cosmos, but that does not mean that I don't have my feet planted on the earth. The mud is up to my knees. I have deep roots in my community, and I know that aliens have been a part of our history, is all I'm saying. Do you really think that it's normal that there's a thing called sleep paralysis, where we lay awake at night paralyzed while aliens poke and prod us, float around our bed, and this has been happening for thousands of years across all different cultures and different people, and scientists just say, oh, it's just your mind playing tricks on you. It's aliens playing tricks on you. They're probing you. They're taking you up to the ship. They're putting microchips in your brain. And this wasn't even talked about. First of all, the microchip program, which is where the aliens visit you at night. They take you up to their ship and they put small microchips behind your eyelids so they see what you see. And if they see what you see, they can get a good grasp on the human condition, which allows them then to come to Earth, hijack the bodies of politicians, and stop alien information from getting out. Now, one thing that bothers me is we have whistleblowers all across the world like Edward Snowden who have risked their lives to... Whistleblowers like Edward Snowden risk their lives and their careers to give us information about what the government is doing, but we have not yet seen our alien Edward Snowden. There is no alien Snowden who's willing to say the classified stuff and then escape to some other country. We haven't gotten that guy yet. I'm starting to think he doesn't exist. I'm sick of seeing these guys in suits or with their little tattoos showing, looking like a dad who's about to get on his motorcycle he just bought once the kids left the house. And I'm sick of seeing them sit there and tell us that they have classified information they can't share, but that, yes, aliens are real and they've been visiting us for a very long time. Yeah, I know that. And there's a part in the movie where he says he's sitting there on a highway in his car and he's thinking, oh my God, all these people around me don't know what I know. Aliens are real. I have to tell them. Yeah, most people kind of know. Like if you were going to go talk to a regular person on the street and ask them if they thought aliens were real, they'd probably either laugh at you or say, yeah, probably. Like, I don't know. It seems pretty obvious. It seems pretty obvious there's something out there. There's been public information out about UAPs, and yes, there has been a disinformation campaign for the last 100 years trying to say anybody believes in this stuff is crazy and kind of paints them in the media like some insane individual. Oh, you can't trust him. He's like Dale Gribble, I love King of the Hill, but Dale Gribble was a major psyop. Dale Gribble is one of the biggest psyops of our time because he taught us to label our friends and family who ask questions about aliens as insane Dale Gribble type guys, and that's why they make him smoke 1 million cigarettes, and they make his wife cheat on him, and they make him into this total loser who doesn't even know that his kid is not his own child, and they make him just seem like a total idiot. Total psyop, and now they changed the name from UFO to UAP when they're ready to give out a little bit of information for some reason, and then now it's totally fine, and there's guys in suits saying, yeah, so I, for the last 50 years, I've been working directly with aliens. I've seen aliens, I've touched aliens, and in fact, aliens have touched me as well. It's crazy to me. And then this whole movie is just guys tiptoeing around stuff they know. That's all it is, just like it always is. The coolest part was when they showed like 3D animations of what they thought it looked like a giant red triangle over top of a nuclear base. And that's crazy, by the way, because that was a total conspiracy that was on the internet like when I was a kid, probably even earlier, I know, but that nuclear weapons were being turned off by aliens. I thought that was probably totally made up. And according to this movie, if I'm to believe what this movie says, that's actually real. I'm not saying I believe it, though, because I don't believe anything. The only thing I believe is what I can see with my eyes in the room right now, and that is the alien baby that I just puked out, and the camera in front of me with all the beautiful romshinators right there. I love it. Love you, and I love everything you got going on, man. So thank you so much for watching. This movie has gotten let's give it 2 out of 5 stars. I don't usually do movie reviews, so I have no accreditation for this. You really shouldn't be taking my review seriously. The plot was pretty shit. The guys were just kind of walking around Washington, D.C., brooding, and kind of like, and then every time they brought on a guy and they wanted to show that he was, a legit guy, they would just show like 15 pictures of them with Obama. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with taking a picture with Obama, but I don't care after like the second Obama picture. If there's a guy talking and as B-roll you cut to 15 individual pictures of them with Obama, it's like, I get it. Get to the point. Get to the point, guys. Would someone please just tell me if the aliens are real? That's what an alien signal sounds like. According to the movie, it was in the deleted scenes. If you watch the deleted scenes, one of the guys actually rips off his face and you see Gargamel, his little alien Gargamel face underneath, and like 6 tongues comes out and he's like, ah. That's what I want. That's when it will count. That's when it will count, when they show us an actual alien. But the thing is, they're not going to show us an alien, because if they did, then it would be like, they would run out of cards. That's like their ace up their sleeve. They got to do some really fucked up shit to distract us with an actual alien. It's almost incomprehensible, because that's what it is. As soon as they start doing some fucked up stuff, and all of a sudden, bam, alien movie. They start doing some fucked up stuff, bam, oh my God, UAPs. And then for them to actually show the alien, I mean, if the Epstein files don't get us an alien, what the hell will? Like, you know what I mean? And what's crazy is about 10 or 15 years ago, I'm an old man, I went to see Paul Hellyer speak at City Hall, and he told us that aliens were real. And he spoke for about 10 minutes because he was like 98 years old. And before that, some guy came and tried to do a guided meditation to get us to talk to the aliens or something. I don't understand. but it pissed us off that this guy was taking up all the time with these dumb. I remember he just had like this really shiny head, and he had like singing bowls everywhere, and then people were like, bring out Paul Hellyer, and then Paul Hellyer started talking, and people started saying it was the Draco Reptilians, and they started just going off, and it was weird, but it did happen, and that was about 10 or 15 years ago, and they still haven't brought out the alien, and the thing is, Paul Hellyer said at that event that they're going to do a fake alien invasion. So how am I supposed to believe it either way? So it's either you have a real alien, you're going to show them to me as a distraction because you're going to do something so fucked up on the side that the real alien's the only thing that matters, or you're going to fake an alien invasion, which the former Defense Minister of Canada said was going to happen. You're going to fake an alien invasion and to get us to what? Recycle more? Save the environment? Not think about the environmental consequences of AI data centers? I don't know. Where's the plot? What is the point? Is there a reason why any of this is happening? The movie was very not good. I could have skipped it. I could have skipped this film. I was expecting an alien at the end, and I had to go to the deleted scenes to get it. They're not available anymore. They were pulled immediately. Guys, thank you for watching me once again. Please let me know down below what your favorite alien is, what type of alien you are, whether or not you've seen an alien, how many aliens have you met personally, and just let me know that information down below. And I'm going to create a flow chart. I'm going to create a Google Doc with all the information you provide, and then I'm going to take that document and I'm going to send it to the government. And I'm going to see what sort of findings that they might have. So thank you very much, Romshinators. I'll see you later. Good night.